Hey, I'm Ziv, and this is On the Journey. Every week on the journey explores the intersection of wellness, spiritual inquiry, mental health, personal growth, and purposeful living through the eyes of the people we interview. And today I'm happy to host Victor Dedaj, and we're gonna talk about success. So, Victor, welcome. And what do we need to succeed? And what is success?
Well, number one, there are a lot of different ways to look at success. I mean, you could do something as simple as saying, if I made someone's life better, I'm a success. And I'm a successful father, a successful mother. I raised my kids well. They came and grown up to be really great children. I'm a successful person. It's not just necessarily I made $1 million and I'm successful. That's just one way of looking at it. So it's really, are you improving yourself? Are you doing something that you like? Are you happy with your life? With the things you've accomplished. If you are, I think in that way you could say you are successful. So that's what I think success is. It could be monetary, it could be financial, it could be health related, it could be spiritual. There are many different ways of looking at success. And if
So,
you
in a
accomplish
way,
the things you set out for, then yes, you are successful.
okay, so that makes sense. So, in a way, you say if you accomplish, you're achieving something that is important for you, that's a success.
Yes.
Okay, great. So how do we do it? We have like so many people have so many other things that they want to achieve. How do we get the things that we want to get?
Well, I think the first thing you gotta start doing is you really need to take responsibility for your life. Take 100% responsibility. One of my mentors, Jack Canfield, many people might know him as the co-creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul book series and the Success Principle. His first success principle is take 100% responsibility for your life. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't like to do that because it's so easy to blame someone else for your problems. It's your boss, your parents, your spouse, your kids, your friends, the company, the weather, the government, you name it, people love to blame it. Now, you may not be responsible for the things that happen to you, but you can choose how you respond to it. And that's where your power lies. So you always have to remember you have the power to determine how you respond to a certain situation, which is why two people can have something happen to them and they'll have different results because they have different responses to it. So number one, I would say start off by taking responsibility for everything that happens to you. And what that does is it shifts your focus from external to internal. You focus on solutions and how to solve the problems. When you don't take responsibility, you expect someone else to take care of your problems, solve your issues, and you never take action on it. And taking action is one of the most important things to becoming successful. So I would say take responsibility. And number two, you need to really work on the mindset. A lot of people know
So
what
just
to
because,
do.
sorry.
Sorry,
So
go ahead.
just about number one before we
Yeah,
are.
sure.
I just want to make sure I understood. So when you say to take responsibility, you mean take responsibility on the response, not take responsibility on the reason. So if something happened to me, it happened, and I take responsibility of how I respond to it, not for the reason of that something happened to me. Is that correct?
That's one of the things. Sometimes it is your responsibility is what you do, but sometimes you make something happen to you. You may be stuck in heavy traffic in a car, and you have no control over, or there could be an earthquake. There could be something. Things happen that could be totally out of your control. But yes, you do have power in your responses. How you respond. If you're stuck in traffic, you could just start screaming and cursing, saying life stinks, or you could try to do something productive with your time. Maybe you have some sort of positive, inspirational stuff you can listen to in your car. Or if you're stuck in the car, maybe you have your book in the car, you could read while you're stuck in traffic for 20 minutes. Do something productive. So that's where your response lies in. And a lot of people don't realize that. They just say, "Oh, something bad happened to me. I can't do anything about it." But sometimes things happen to you, and you realize, "What did I do to cause it?" So sometimes it is what you did. So either way, but if you did something wrong, you can still change what happened to you. So you can say, what did I do to cause this to happen to me? And how can I change it? Again, the power lies in how you respond to the thing, which either you did do or you didn't do. So sometimes it's something out of your control, but sometimes it's something in what you did. So either way, you have to take responsibility. Don't necessarily expect that everything's outside of you.
Mhm. Okay. And the second thing.
Oh, mindset. I think mindset is extremely important because a lot of times people have the talent, they know what to do, they have the abilities to do it, but there's something in here in your unconscious mind that stops you from taking action. For example, a lot of people want to lose weight. They know what to do to lose weight. You eat better quality food, you eat fewer calories, less junk, you exercise more. People know what to do, but do they all do it? No, a lot of people don't do it, even though they want to lose this weight. And a big reason is their mindset. There's something stopping them from taking action on it. And a lot of times it's stuff from when they were children. Things happened to them when they were growing up, whether it was something interaction with their parents, with their teachers, in school, whatever. And there were negative things that were put into people. And a lot of times you're making the decisions of a 6-year-old and you don't even realize you can be a grown 30, 40, 50-year-old person, but yet because of things you learn, and a lot of it's trapped in the back, and it's stop you from taking action. A lot of times it's a defense mechanism. It's to prevent you from getting hurt, and you don't even realize it. And once you learn on working on that mindset to get rid of a lot of the negative programming that was given to you when you were growing up, it could definitely change your life. I mean, you could change. It takes work, but you can definitely do it. There are a lot of different exercises you can do. You
So
surround
what?
yourself with positive, successful people, and work on the mindset. It'll definitely change your life.
So okay, that's really interesting because I think that's one of the things that we all experience. We all know what we should do, and we all do other things. So can you give us an example of an exercise or something extra that will help us to change the mindset?
Well, there are a variety of things you could do. Number one, I would just say hang out with more positive people. Look at the people around you. Are you surrounded by a lot of negative people that are complaining all the time, who just talk about other people behind their backs, that are negative about life? And if you are, that's probably one thing you need to change. Jim Rohn was a very famous motivational speaker, and network marketer used to say, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And if you're surrounded by negative people, it's very hard to have a positive life. So, number one, surround yourself with more positive people. Surround yourself with more successful people. That's going to help. The exercise I recommend is visualization. And when you visualize something, you can do it with your eyes closed, your eyes open, but you're imagining the kind of life that you want to have. And you do that for 10, 20 minutes every single day. What happens when you visualize the kind of life you want? There's a structural tension between the kind of life you actually have now and the kind of life you desire. And your subconscious mind goes to work to help you figure out how to get the life you are visually that you truly desire. So that's why visualization is very important. Your mind cannot tell the difference between a real event and an imagined event. So visualization is very powerful. I recommend also doing meditation, spending 10 to 20 minutes every single day meditating. Tim Ferriss, who wrote the book, The 4 Hour Work Week, did a survey of the top leaders of various different fields, and he found that 90% of the top leaders in these various fields and professions did some form of meditation or morning mindfulness. So this is something very powerful. You want to be in the top of your field. And I would just say listen to a lot of positive motivational stuff. You can just go to YouTube or other kind of videos and listen to it every day. Read a lot of good, powerful motivational books. And in the long run, these kind of things will help change your mindset.
So it's really interesting. So in a way, I believe that what you eat, you become what you eat. So if you eat positivity, you become positive, and it feeds itself. It makes sense. About the meditation, we all know how powerful meditation is, but how is it connected to change the mindset? What's the connection between meditation and changing our mindset?
Well, here's what it is. When you're meditating, number one, you're taking a break from everything. Number one, your mind's being bombarded with things day in and day out. And if you take 15 to 20 minutes to meditate, number one, you're clearing your mind. And it's incredible. And they've done tests with this. The brain changes when you meditate, and there's when you're when it's like a mental diet in certain ways. A lot you come up with a lot of good ideas. Things the way you view things change when you're taking that break because you notice things when you're meditating. You have that quiet time to yourself, and just really work. Your brain starts changing because you're not focusing on all the things that are being bombarded at you. They say we think about up to 50,000 thoughts a day. So we're being bombarded with things day in and day out, and we need to take that break. It's like sometimes people do a fast. They fast from food for a few days, and it's like certain things. It's like a cleansing. So I think a meditation, in many ways, is as some sort of cleansing. And I could tell you for meditating, I come up with a lot of great creative ideas because it's there in the subconscious mind. But because we're bombarded with so much of so many things hitting us, we can't even we can't get those creative ideas out of us because they're lodged in our subconscious mind. And meditation, I think, allows those creative ideas to come out because we're taking that break and we're just in tune with ourselves more because we're in a quiet place. Anyone that does will say they get great results from it. It's a lot of great creative ideas come from that stillness, from that quiet time of 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's try to summarize it. For us to succeed, to achieve what we want, we need to do a few things. I guess more, but from this conversation. One is to visualize, okay, what we want to become, what kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
we want to tweak our subconscious and our mind into it. We need to surround ourselves with the things that we want to become, because what we eat is what we become. If we're surrounded with positivity, we become positive about it, and it moves us forward. Taking a break, meditating, taking a break from all those internal thoughts, and maybe also this meditation, because you said we have 50,000 thoughts a day. So maybe taking the break helps us to rest from all those negative thoughts that we have, and to be able to, at a distance from them. And did I forget something?
I think you pretty much got everything. Yeah. One thing I just wanted to add was if you think about a lot of the great religions, they have a Sabbath day. They ask you to take a day of rest. And a lot of it's to spend time with God, but also it's to give your body rest and to take a break from all the work. Because if you work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, your body breaks down. If you take that day of rest, you come back recharged the next day.
Wonderful. Victor, thank you so much for this conversation, for helping us to understand a bit more what we can do to achieve the things that are important for us. But in a way, that's what we want, I think, in life, to understand what we want and then discover how to do it. So thank you so much for your knowledge, experience, and sharing it with everyone. Thank
Oh,
you.
my pleasure. Thank you. It was great being here, Steve. I had a really great time today.
Thank you.